Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jack, the Jackawala. Today we are doing another speed build. This one took me a little while. Took me a good couple of hours to do, I think, in the end. And we're kind of doing a concrete box and trying to make it fashion. So concrete box, make it fashion. I think it worked really well in the end. It's got quite a bit of character to it. Obviously it still looks like concrete. It's a very bulky build. I've tried to do something a little bit different, but I've kind of kept it signature me. So the way I would normally build, this is this is what it looks like. This is what we're going to be doing, and it's got these really interesting diagonal walls that I've built in. So I thought it'd be a bit, because normally I would just do kind of like block, square, block, square, block, square, but I thought, what if I chip off a little bit here and there and have two triangle shaped balconies? And obviously the only thing with like those sort of shaped rooms is that you can't, they're hard to furnish, aren't they? They're very hard to furnish, but you'll see what I do with them later on. But I just want to say thank you again, guys, for all the likes, subscribes and everything. Every little bit helps, and I really enjoy it. I really hope you're enjoying the content I'm putting out. If you do have anything that you want to see, or anything you want me to change, or anything you want me to try out, just drop a comment down below, or message me over on Twitter. Anything, I will be looking at feedback. I've got nothing to do the next few weeks apart from make the Sims videos, and possibly other videos. If you guys want anything else, just let me know. I'm excited. I think my channel's beginning to kick off a little bit, guys, and I'm getting more and more confident each day, and I'm really enjoying it. So I hope you guys are really enjoying it. Please let me know down below. Anyway, as you can see here, I've used a lot of different windows to kind of diversify it. Try and make it look like, because you could just go with the option of putting big square windows absolutely everywhere, because yes, they look good, and yes, they scream modern because they're floor to ceiling, wall to wall. But I've gone with a few little windows here and there to try and switch it up a little bit, make it feel a bit different, to kind of break it up a bit as well. I just thought, it's a bit cooler, isn't it? A bit cooler. I also was struggling here. I was trying to like put a pool, but put it down a level, but it just wouldn't let me do it. I couldn't put a platform next to it. The only thing I didn't try, or I should have really, is stairs, but I forgot about that. So what I've done here is, you'll see me do this in a second, I'm going to make a nice little waterfall, like overgrown tropical swimming pool style. I think it works really well, it looks really good in the end, I think. Anyway, so I hope you guys like it too. But yeah, as you can see, just popping them in. It's a bit fiddly. Some of it is a little bit fiddly. I do try and, like, you know, diverse it a little bit, try and make it all look a bit different, modern. I think it's really cool. And I don't normally do gardens without grass, like as in like the base terrain. I usually just put things on the terrain, but what I've done here is I've put a platform down, and then I've built around it, and I do fence off a little area and put some grass in the middle to make it a little bit more interesting, which I think works quite well, and it's quite difficult to do. I'm not really a gardener, so I do struggle with the gardening aspect of it all, but it is still looking really, really good. I think it's, again, I think as my builds go on, I prefer them more and more and more. I still look back at these, and there's still things I would change and things I would do. Like, I didn't really change the flooring in the garden. I don't think I ever go back to change it. I just leave it at that base concrete, which is okay, but it's not as beautiful as, you know, it could have been. And then I'll use a gutter. I never use gutters, or drain pipes, whatever you want to call them. It's just one of those things I just don't think about using in my games or my builds. But hey ho, is what it is. It is up on the gallery now as well, so if you do want to check it out, please do. And whilst we're quite early on in the video, I'm still going to say it right now. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment down below, share with all your friends. Really get it out there. I am also doing a shell challenge. So if you guys that don't know what a shell challenge is, It's basically I create the shell and I give you a few rules to follow, and you basically you furnish and design the house around those rules and around that shell. I've already had a few entries and they are looking really good. There is some good competition. So there is a video, I'll link it down in the description below for you to have a look at the rules. It's only a 3-minute video, so give it a little watch. And if it's successful, I will do more in the future because I do think they're quite a fun thing to do. Also, in other news, well, still Sims news, but if, for those of you who don't know, the Sims 3 are doing a 50% off on Origin, I think it is, for a lot of the expansion packs and base game and stuff. So if you really don't have that game and you really want to play it, check it out. It's a really good offer. I would buy them, but I know back at my parents' house I have all the expansion packs on disc, so I don't really want to buy it all again, but hey ho, it is what it is. And I've played Sims 3 on my computer and it runs really badly, so I definitely recommend you only buying like the base game just to test if it runs on your PC UK. I had a lot of issues with it, and I've got a really good computer, like runs Sims 4 perfectly, but can't run Sims 3, so I don't really know what was going on there. But yeah, I think that's all in the news of the Sims world and everything. But yeah, back to my house that I'm building right now. So as you can see, I'm using a lot of the pillars and spandrels to make sort of like fake archways, as it were. Like they still separate rooms technically, but they're kind of a bit more open, because I tend to find that the archways you get given aren't big enough, or they don't really suit the theme of the house. So I think if you use these ones, and as you guys know, I use pillars a lot, but I haven't used them on the outside of this house, I don't think at all actually. Maybe only on that very front wall, and that's it. And I think that's probably why I've used them inside, because I really love using them. And I have tried a little bit more to play around with the clutter. Again, like I say, I'm not the best at clutter. I can't really make it look good, so I do try in this build in particular to try and do that. The only thing I think the whole house lacks, a bin in the kitchen, which I forgot, but also a dining room. I didn't build a dining room when I could have built a dining room, but I always find that no matter what, my Sims don't use a dining room. They will use every other seat available first and then use the dining room. So for me, it was kind of like, I don't really want to include one if I don't think it's gonna be useful. I mean, obviously you guys can do that. You can knock out this island here and put a dining table in the middle, for example. You can extend the house back. You can put another room in with a dining room. And if you do that, let me know, show me on Twitter. I love to see what you guys actually do. I know that Kiwi Sims, he takes a lot of my builds and changes them a little bit. He did it with my 21st anniversary house. I think he did it with one other one. I can't remember off the top of my head which one it is. But he's also done the shell challenge, and he does it really well. So I like to see it. I like to see what you guys can do with my builds. I like to see if you can improve upon them, because I know there's lots of space to improve, and I do lack in that area, but it's okay, it's fine. You know what I mean? So I love to see it. I love to see it. Also, I don't know if you guys get bothered by this, but the shells you get given in the game, there's like no items that actually fit on them apart from like the collectibles, which I find really frustrating, because like I want to decorate the shelves, but I can't because there's nothing to decorate them with. So obviously you can use the BB move objects cheat, which I do sometimes, and you can like downscale stuff and like move it up off the floor to kind of make it look like it's on the shelf, but it's not really on the shelf. But it sometimes you get the little floating gap and it looks a bit odd. I'm sure anyone that's played with it knows exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, I've gone with a very black and white theme through the house. You'll see me use a lot of eco-living stuff. Again, I just love it. You guys know this by now. I'm just obsessed with it. I thought about making it industrial, and then I thought, I don't want to go too industrial. I kind of want to go with a more like just classic modern. So like plain block colours, sharp edges, sleek and stylish, more than that. I actually use a lot of the laundry day stuff in this build as well. You'll see me put I do a whole laundry room on the next floor. Which I think is really, really cool. I don't normally do a massive laundry room. I do like maybe like a washer dryer and a little bit, like a little counter, and that's it. But I do a whole room dedicated to like the ironing board, the broom and everything, and an entryway as well. I've tried to really utilize the space to make it livable. I think it's big enough to house what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Sims, I think it is. I mean, obviously you can change the rooms, and like I do a study, you can change that into another bedroom, and things like that. And I've left the bathrooms in the speed build. I think they're really fun and interesting. Like I say before, everyone does them differently, and I don't get why people cut them out of their videos. Like, I personally like to see them. But so what I've done for this one is I've used all the counters as kind of like the back bit for the toilet and stuff, and I do this throughout a lot of the bathrooms in the house. I think it looks quite interesting. Again, my bathrooms all look the same, so I do really try to push myself and make them different. It's just, you know, personal taste, I guess. And what I've done here, I didn't really know what to do with this room in the end, because I kind of wanted the laundry room, but I didn't really want it at the front of the house with the big windows. I thought it was a bit strange. So I put a home gym in, which I thought, oh, that's a good idea. You got a lot of light, and that's why I put that fence out there in the end, because I was like, I think you need a bit of privacy when in the gym. Like, you might not want to be watched, and I think that adds to the privacy. Obviously, I know it's The Sims, no one cares, but at the same time, like, realism of it, I thought it was quite a good idea. And these lights, I've used them a lot, and they're from the fitness stuff pack, and I think that's another one of my favourite packs. It's just very cool stuff, I think, in my opinion, and I love it. But I do try and make it a bit more colourful throughout the house, like despite there being like all the blocky furniture and the black and the white and the browns and the beiges, I do try to bring in colour just through little accents, whether it's like things on the shelves or like furniture, a little bit of mismatched furniture here and there. I always like the idea of a bit of mismatch, because it kind of makes you feel like the family that lives there has been collecting the furniture for a long period of time. I think that's always really fun. I think it's good to not make every home look like a show home. I think you want to see a house that's lived in, and I try to utilise every space in the house. So like even here, I'm using this little sort of like corner before the staircase to put in like a reading nook, I think was the idea of it. I mean, it could be whatever you want there, but I mean, I put the books there so you can read them. Some paintings, I put just some plants, really make it feel quite homely, and then that's that floor done. So the bottom floor, I think, is my favourite floor of the whole entire house. This floor is okay. I think it's a little bit odd shaped, and I found it a bit difficult. But as you can see, that room I put the archway in is going to be the laundry room again. So that's going to be a big open room you just walk into, put your laundry away. I think it's quite cool. I don't normally do it like that. I normally would do a separate room next to like a downstairs loo, for example. I never put them in the kitchen. I don't know where in the world people have them. There's somewhere in the world people have their laundry stuff in the kitchen. I know my gran has it in the kitchen, but that's because it's an old house. But I don't. Like, mine's in like a cupboard here, and in my parents' house, we had a utility room. So I don't know where in the world. Let me know. I'm quite interested to know. It'd be cool. And I'm using the built-in wardrobes in a few of the bedrooms because I don't normally use them. And I like this one because it's only the 2-block one rather than the 4-block one, so it's really easy to fit into your builds without making it look too bulky or having to lose too much space in the house. Like, you're just having the exact same room you would if you were having like a standalone dresser. But I think this bedroom is probably my favourite bedroom in the whole house. I just like the shelving I've done, the mirrors with the lamp next to it. This is where it feels a little bit more industrial in here, but it also kind of isn't too industrial. Like, the only really industrial stuff you've got is the mirror and the lamp, and maybe the bed possibly, but the bed is from Eco Living, so it gives that kind of modern wood feel, which is what I like the most. So. And I think the small windows kind of take away the too modern, because obviously if this was really modern, it would have the massive windows in, and the little windows add a little bit of character, which I think is quite cute. I do struggle with wallpaper in this whole entire build. I don't really think I like any of the wallpaper I've actually used in the end. So even in the study, I think this is it's a brick or a tile, and I just don't like any of the paints in the game. I don't like any of the paints or the wallpapers. I think they're all a bit dated, if I'm honest. I don't really like them. So the study I struggle with. I'll be honest, I'm not happy with it, but I still try to make it feel lived in. Kind of like a spare room almost, like there's just a little bit of clutter here and there, but not too much. Like there's some paintings, bookshelves, I put some rugs in, and there's a seat, and then I put like a plant on the windowsill, and I think it looks good in the end, but I just think it's not my favourite room in the house. It was more experimenting, just seeing what I could do with it, really. And then actually maybe the kids' room is the one I don't like the most. The kids, I can't style kids' rooms. I really, really struggle with kids' rooms. But I always try. I just think because you can't really put certain like paintings on the walls or things like that, and I didn't want to have too crazy wallpaper because I have a lot already going on in the room. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I mean, looking back at it now, I could have popped a little sofa in, maybe given them a little TV, and I think that probably would have been really cute. But I do just try to clutter it up a little bit, just to kind of fill in the dead space. I think it might be because this room is just a very long shape. I think if it was like a square room, it'd probably been a lot easier to actually decorate. But it is what it is, isn't it? I had fun doing it, but again, I think this is the laundry room now, and this room I actually really like. This is where I play around with clutter again a lot of the shelves. I use a lot of shelves in this build because I always forget about them, because I use the little room tool, so it divides everything into rooms, and none of them actually have shelves as one of their little divisions, I guess you call it. So I've actually gone into the shelves tab a lot in this one, brought lots of shelves in, made it feel quite like add to the clutter, add to the homeliness, because I wish I had shelves in my house, but I don't. I'm not allowed to because I'm living in a rented property. So so this one is like the middle floor bathroom. It is more stylized for the kids, which I think is quite cute. I've used a lot of yellow, brighten it up a little bit, made it quite cute and fun. I've left the wallpaper as that kind of dusted brick. I thought that's quite cute, quite cool. Because again, this adds to like that modern feel, like you're in like a warehouse, or not a warehouse, but you know what I mean, like an old factory or something that they've just painted over the brick quickly to make it really cute. And this is a bit of the house I was kind of stuck with, because I wanted a nice seating area with the balcony looking out onto the garden. I think it's just such an awkward shape, you couldn't really put much in it, so I kind of left it at that. I moved upstairs. I was originally going to have 3 bedrooms up here. I ended up knocking through on the 2 bedrooms on the corner sides, or the slanted sides even, and I'd knock it through into one room, which you'll see me do in just a second, because I couldn't really fit a bed in properly in that room, and I wanted that one to be the master bedroom because it had the big ensuite. So I just made it one massive room. I do almost think it's too big. It almost feels like an EA based game room. So I do just try and fill it with as much as I can, but I'm trying to make it look nice and chic again, nice and modern. Kind of gone more with the glass furniture in this room to really make it feel big, to make it feel quite grand. Put some plants in everywhere, I pop a desk in, really bulk it out a little bit, but not go too overboard that you're like, oh, I don't like that. Obviously this house, you can, if you download it, feel free to change whatever you like, make it you, but it is supposed to be a nice big family home. It is really cool. You might have to move a few things to get things to work, because sometimes things break when you upload and download it from the gallery. I know the stairs were working when I was doing it, but I've got a feeling because I've put the table on the bottom floor too close to the stairs that they might struggle a bit. So you might just have to get rid of that table and it'll be fine. But I like this ensuite, it's nice and big. You've got a nice big jacuzzi, shower. Again, I think I'm obsessed in this build with the countertops and the toilet in the counter. I saw it on a build years ago and I never thought of it, and then when I saw it I was like, oh my gosh, actually That's really cool. I really like that. So I've been utilizing it a lot. I don't always do it. I kind of don't remember all the time to do it. I just kind of plop the toilet in, there you go, you're done, sort of thing. But this is going to be the sort of the teenager room, or the single person room, if you want to call it that. You can pop a double bed in. I just don't know if they can utilize both sides, because it is the whole room is 3x3. Everywhere you go is 3x3. I don't think there's enough room really, but you can obviously shrink the bathroom, do what you want to make it fit. And I pop lots of curtains in. I always forget curtains. That is one thing I always forget in my builds, and they add a lot, so I make sure I put a lot in. But yeah, so this is the garden. I'm just furnishing up a little bit just to make it look lived in, and I think there you go. Yep, that's it, guys. So that is the speed build. Here are some screenshots. I think it looks really cool in the screenshot mode. Let me know what you guys think. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. If you've made it this far, you probably should, because it means you put up with me for this long. Yeah, I'm quite surprised, if I'm honest. You win a prize, not sure what, but you win. But yeah, thank you guys, and I shall see you in the next one. See you later. Bye.
Was